Hello guys, welcome to another interesting video on our behavior channel. We have started a new series on industrial engineering and our first topic on that series is going to be work study. So in this video or the series we are going to understand the aspects about work study in industrial engineering. So let us begin without wasting much of our time. So what is work study? Basically, work study was defined by British standard institutions, is a generic term for those techniques, particularly method study and work measurement, which are used in examination of human work in all its context and which lead systematically to the investigation of all the factors which affect the efficiency of situation being reviewed in order to seek improvement. Let us understand the work study by using a very basic example using simulation model. So here in the simulation model we have an operator which have to transfer the part by processing it on a station and supplying it to the rack. But if you could look at in this video, the operator is doing basically two processes on the stations and then it is transferring it to the rack. So the delivery of the parts, if you could look at, is 3 parts every 2 minutes are being supplied. So there is a need for improvement. After we are doing a work study and analyzing what are the problems or what are the activities which are creating non-value addition to the system. So what we have done in the next model is, if you could look at the additional process which was creating a non-value addition has been eliminated and both activities are now been done on a single station. By this, what we have done is the rate of the part now achievable is 2 minutes equal to 4 parts. So now we are getting 1 part additional every 2 minutes. So why and how has been this great achievement achieved? So this is basically done by using work study. By looking at the examples, now we can easily define what is the work study concept. So if you could look at what we have saw is we investigated the work done, we find it the best and the efficient way by using whatever available resources we had. So that is overall a work study. So basically a work study helps us to standardize the process, it helps us to find best way of doing job and it helps us to reduce cost and time. So let us see how can be the work study done and what are the advantages of work study. So when we look at the advantages of the work study, we get improved production, we get fast and accurate delivery, higher efficiency, safe and better working conditions, job security and satisfaction, reduced manufacturing cost, improved operator health and waste reduction. So if we look at the procedures for the work study or times calculations, we have these 5 to 6 steps which we need to calculate or perform. So we need to first do select. So in the select step, what we need to do is we need to identify a worth studying work and define the objectives which we need to achieve in a work study. Then what we need to do is we need to record all relevant information pertaining to existing method. So there are basically 4 ways. So we can record the information by using process chart, diagrams, motion and film analysis or models. Once the information is recorded successfully, the third step is to examine the recorded events critically and in sequence. So the third step comes to be critical examination. So what we need to do is we need to answer the questions for purpose, person, place, means and sequences. Once the questions are successfully answered with 5 whys, then we need to develop the best method as resulted from critical examination and record that. We need to check whether the developed method is practical and feasible, safe and effective, economical and acceptable to design, produce, quality control and cells and departments. Once the development is done, then we have the fifth step for installation. Installation can only be done if the process developed has been gone through 2 stages of implementation. So what we need to do is we need to ensure that whichever developed process we are going to apply or install onto the system is going to give us a smooth working and satisfactory results. Once all the tests are done and installation is completed, we need to ensure that the method is maintained so that we ensure proper functioning of the installed method by periodic checks and verifications so that there is no deviation in the method we have found it out. Then let us check out the first thing, which is process charts. So this is the second step in the procedure to record the information. So on the right side, which you see is the process chart symbols. So circle is used for operation, then triangle is used for storage, then semicircle for delay, transport, inspection and so. So these are the symbols used while we are going to create the process charts. So there are basically 4 types of process chart: outline, flow, two-handed process charts, multiple activity chart. In the process flow, we have 3 flow process charts: man type, material type and equipment type. So we are going to look these process chart in the further slides. So if you look at the first process chart we are going to look at is outline process chart. So the main purpose of this outline process chart is to record only main events sequence wise, and it is the beginning of the detailed analysis. So on the right side in the image, if you could look at, we have an outline process chart for changing a refill of a ballpoint pen. So what we are going to do is we are going to unscrew, then unscrew the neck, remove old refill, assemble the spring. So 0, if you could remember, is operation in process chart symbols. Okay, then when we come at the square after 6, that is check if the ball pen writes. So this is the inspection stage, and then we are going to screw the cap, which is again operation. So if you could look at, we are basically having 7 operations and 1 inspection. So this is a high level information is what we get from the outline process chart. Now let us look at the another process chart, which is two-handed process chart. Here if you could look at, it records activities of left hand and right hand. Okay, the activities of the two hand are synchronized by providing time scale on chart. This chart is basically also known as operator activity chart, used for repetitive work of short duration. So basically if you could look at, on the right side we have an image which describes a job of assembling nut and bolt. So what we are going to do is the operations are listed based on the activities which are to be performed by the left hand and the right hand. In the middle, if you could look at, there are the symbols. So we pick up a bolt from a left hand, it is operation. We are going to hold that bolt for next 3 operations. So it is the storage from the process chart symbols. Now when we look at the right hand activities and the symbols, so the first activity is idle. So our right hand is idle till we pick up a bolt. Once the bolt is picked up, our right hand is going to pick up a nut. Okay, then it is going to transfer to left hand, that is we are going to screw it, and then the screwing operation is done. So basically the movement from left hand towards the bolt, which is in the movement from the right hand to the left hand, okay, towards bolt, is by that arrow. And then when we start screwing up, it is the assembly, that is the operation which is done by the right hand. So this is the basic two-handed process chart for assembling nut and bolt. If you look at the summary, okay, there we have that times been list. So if you could look at, the LH has basically 1 operation, we have 3 storage or holding operations. In the right hand, if you could look at, we have 2 operations, we have 1 transport, and we have 1 delay. So this is the summary of 200 process chart. If you could look at this way, the chart looks like, and these are the purposes of the chart. Now let us look about flow process chart in the next upcoming video. If you haven't liked our video, do like it, do share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do not forget to subscribe to our channel for interesting lectures on industrial engineering and digital twin related to Flexsim simulation modeling. Do also visit our website beourchannel.com, and do not forget to share our channel with your friends. So let us meet in another interesting video understanding work study, flow process chart and related details. So till then, stay safe, stay simulating, stay learning.